In this video series, we're learning about Blocksy, and in this particular video, we're going to learn about the header. Hi, my name is Stratos, and I create video tutorials about WordPress. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. In the previous video, we covered the General tab, and now we're going into the header. I'm already inside the customizer. If you haven't seen the previous video, please go and see what we have done with the General. Basically, we just explain all the features that we have inside there. And here we're going to jump into the header, and as you can see, once I do that, it will also display here the header builder, and this is where we're going to create all the layout of the header. Header means the top of the website, and usually here is where we will find the menu and the logo. Not every website will have here all of those things, but 90-95% of the websites that you are going to create are basically similar. If you don't have the Pro version, you will see that some of those are not enabled for you guys, but if you have the Pro version, then you can follow along with everything. Here, as you can see, we have the element tab, and this is the headers tab, and here we have the header builder. You can grab whatever you want, and you can put it into the place that you want in order to see it inside your header. And here we have also 3 rows, and as you can see, once you add an element here, it will be enabled. So at this moment, the top row and the bottom row are not enabled, are not displayed, not enabled, because they don't have any switch, but you cannot see them because they don't have any elements inside here. And if you want to see that, you can go into the wrench that we have here into the top row, design, and change the background color into something like red, and you cannot see any changes here because, again, we don't have any elements, so this is not displayed. Let's change that to what it was. And since I haven't mentioned, once you start playing with something, you will see that we have the blue dots here, and it means that this is not the default settings. And if you want to go back into the default settings, you have to go and hover over here and click here the X. Okay, let's go back, and here we have again all the elements. Now, most of the websites that you're going to build, I think that they will have the layout logo to the left and then the menu into the right, and probably a search or maybe not. Let's go and click into the logo first, and here it will open up all the settings for the logo. I'm going to start from the logo, and of course we're going to cover everything in this video. So let's click the logo, and then we have to select the logo here. And I have already a logo, as you can see here. Select it, and it will be displayed here. After that, we have the logo height, and this is 50 pixels, and we can change that to 120. I think this is good for this logo. As you can see, it breaks a little bit. I don't have the end of the logo here, but it doesn't matter. Then we have the site title, as you can see here, and this is grabbed from the general settings of WordPress. You can change that to something different to appear here, and you can also remove it. Now, also, if you don't choose to add a logo here, you can just have the site title and then probably the tag title here, and you can go with that. Test website. And you can just go and decide that as you want. So we have the site title, and would probably go to a color. Let's go for blue, and then for the site tagline font, let's go for 15. And if we want to leave it as it is, then by all means you can do that. If you don't have a logo, then you can do something like that. But in most cases, you will have a logo from your client that you can add and put it like this. Now, if you see here, we have also the desktop and the mobile view. And this means that you can change the logo for the mobile view, because maybe you have a bigger logo, maybe you have a logo that it's wide in order to display some text, and you want for the mobile view to have the text underneath the icon. I'm not saying about this text, I'm saying about a text that is inside the logo. So you can change the logo just for the mobile, and you can put something different like this one. And once you go, you will see that you have a logo for the desktop view and another logo for the mobile view. If I close that and delete that, you have to go and basically add the logo again, or remove the logo from the desktop view and put it again in order to grab that also for the mobile view. Next, we have the site title, and I'm going to disable that. Also, you can see that if you choose to leave it, you can hide it if you want for the mobile or the tablet view. I'm going to disable that. This site tagline is the same. You can switch that off, or you can leave it as it is and just hide it if you want for the mobile or the tablet. Let's remove that as well. Or before removing it, let's see that we have also the logo image position, which is on top of the text, but we can go and choose it to be on the right or on the left of the text. Again, if we want to enable the side title or the side tagline, one of those or both of them. Then we have the content alignment, and again, in order to see that, I have to enable that again. And let's duplicate that in order to see how it's going to look. So we have something like that, and if I go and switch that, it will go and put the side title into the middle, or it can go into the left, or it can go into the right. Again, all of those are for the side title and the side tagline. Here we have the CSS class, and here you're going to add, if you want, custom classes in order to style the logo with custom CSS. And then we have the custom area label. This is something that it's used from screen readers. Let's scroll up, and here we have the design, and here you can see that we have margin. As you can see, the logo touches the beginning of the row, the main row, so you can go and put a little bit of margin at the top and at the bottom if you want. Probably I'm going to unlink that, and I'm going to put right 0, left 0, and I'm going to just put it top 5 and bottom 5. Now it has a little bit of space on top and bottom, and it's not touching the edge of the row. If you want, you can change the settings for the tablet and the mobile view. I'm going to leave the menu for the next video because there are too much things I want to cover for the header, and I'm not going to fit all of those in 1 or 2 videos. Probably I'm going to do 3 of those. And let's go directly for the search. And this is the search icon. We have 2 elements in the header that you can use for search. We have the search, and this is the search icon, and also we have a search box that also has a little bit of surroundings, as you can see here. Both of those can do search, but they are different elements and they have different settings and they appear different. So we're going to see both of those. Let's start from the one that we have already here. It's the simple search. And as you can see, we have the icon, and we can change the icon to something different. We can also upload a different icon if we want. I'm going to leave it as it is. Then we have the icon size, and we can switch that to 16, 17 or something like that. Of course, mobile and tablet view are here. Then we have the label visibility, and this is for the label. So if I click it, I will see here that says search. I can enable that for the mobile and tablet view as well, as you can see here. And then I can select the label position to the left, to the right, or the bottom of the icon. And as you can see here, I have the mobile view here. So this means basically that you can switch places if you want for the mobile view, independently of what we have for the desktop view. Then we have the label text, and you can type something like search here, and then you can type something different from the mobile view in order to have a little bit less text if you want. Okay, I think that it's enough with the label visibility. I'm going to disable that, and let's switch back to the desktop view. Then we have the search results, and as you can see here, it says placeholder text, which says search. If I click here into the search, I will get here the search that says here. So if I go and put 3 dots, I will get search and 3 dots. This means that it will wait for you to put something in order to search it. Live results means that you will see immediately the results down here. And live result images, you will also see the images for the posts or the products that you have, the featured images, of course. And in order to see the images, I have to go and put an image for a page. Okay, I just did that, and this will come also in handy when we're going to visit the title of the pages. So let's go and put here contact, because I have the contact page and I have the image for the contact page. And this is how it looks. As you can see, I have all the results here and I have the images here. Search through criteria, and you can see that it searches through posts and pages. If you have other plugins like WooCommerce, then you will see other options as well here. Let's go for the design, and as you can see, this tab is for the search result, so it only affects the search result. So we have the font family, which is 14 pixels, and we can go and put it and do a little bit bigger. I'm not going to change anything because you already know how this is going to work. So let's close that. We have the font color, which is white, and once we hover over, we have the color that we have already selected from here. Of course, we don't have selected, it's already selected for us, but we're going to change later on. Then we have the input font color, and this is for what we have set for the input. And if I change that to red, you will see where it applies. Then we have the input border color. And if I also change that to something different, you will see that this is the line. We have also the hover and the hover color for the search. Let's go and change the search icon color to red and then the background color to white. I don't like the colors at all that I'm putting. Then we have the model background. This is basically the dark color that we have here. And I'm going to do something like that. And here is how it looks. After that, we have the close button type, which is up into this right corner. As you can see here, we have the simple, or we have the border, or we have the background. And once you choose something, then you have also the border, the icon size and the border colors, because I have selected to have a border. If I go and choose the simple, I have less colors here. Let's go for background, and we can change, of course, the size. We have changed the color to red, and we can change the border radius and the background color. So if you have followed along the instruction that I gave you, you have created an awful search form. So sorry for that. Then we have the design for the icon, and this is the icon for the menu and next to the menu, basically. So let's close that, and here the icon color, let's go and put that into red so you can see that this comes and goes as red. And then we have also the hover color. Then we have the icon margin, so we can push it from the menu if we want, from top, right, bottom, and left. And let's go for 20 from the left. So you can see that this is now something that we have selected. Let's go again for 0. Again, we can change and set different settings for the mobile and the tablet view for the colors and for the margin. Okay, I'm going to remove that. And let's go and do one by one all the elements, but of course I'm not going to do all of those into this video. So here we have the account, and I'm going to put it here on top, and this means that it will enable my top row view. I'm not going to change the settings for the top row view at this moment because I'm just looking about the elements at this moment. So let's go into the account, let's click it, and we're going to see the things that we can change. Of course, the account icon has a meaning into a website that has a purpose for a user to log in. If you cannot log into a website, then there is no reason to put an account icon there. We have two initial buttons here that says logged in options and logged out options, which means that you can change some things and you can show different things if you are logged in and different things if you are logged out. And the logged out options means that this is for the visitor. This is for someone that has not logged in. So what he's going to see. I think that this is where we're going to start. And let's go to the general first. And it says account action, model, and we have also custom link. The model means that once someone clicks, he will get a pop-up and he will go and add his username, password in order to log it in. As you can see, it also has remember me and the forgot password. These are all the default settings from WordPress. Before leaving and clicking outside, we have also the X here. If you go to the design options, you have the model option, as you can see here. So we have the font color and we can change that into red. We have the hover over color also. We have the input color for the font that you add inside here. And this is the initial and this is the focus. So once you click inside, then we have the input border color, and this is the border that we have outside, initial and focus again. Input background color, we have the background of the field, initial and focus. Model background is for the white that we have here, and then the model backdrop, this is for the rest of the website, and this is for the focus of the visitor to go inside here. So use dark colors if you're going to use white for the form. If you want the model to have a shadow, you can click and select the color that you want. Keep in mind that since we haven't talked about that, this is the transparency. So this is how transparent your color is. We're going to see the transparency later on. And here we have the adjust, so we can adjust the shadow. Then we have the close button type, and we have already seen the options into the search that we had before, so we don't need to cover those things. And the icon color, of course, the initial and hover for the color here. Okay, let's leave the design here and let's go back to general. So if I close that, I can see that I can also select the account action to be a custom link, so it can select the login page, and once someone clicks here, he will go into the page that I have selected here. The account image can be an icon or can be none. And of course, the none is going to go alongside with the label visibility, because I don't think that you are going to use none to give the option to have the feature of the account but not displaying it here and basically not be able to select it. So the none goes with the label visibility, so you can switch the label visibility on, have a text like login, and then just hide the icon if you want. Let's also keep the icon here, and I'm going to keep also the label visibility. As you can see, you can select the tablet and the mobile view as well. And for the icon, you can select the icon source to be default or custom. Custom, of course, means that you can select from another icon, or you can just upload your own icon. Then we have the icon size, and we can go bigger, 20. Okay, then we have the label position that can be right, top, or on the left. You can also change, of course, the label position for the mobile view. The label text, we have already clicked it, and it says login. And then the user visibility, which means if you want to hide that for those that are logged in, because this doesn't give anything beside the login option, and once you're logged in, you don't want to show that anymore. If you want, then you can just click the logged in, and it means that it will hide for logged in users. If you click this, it means that only the users that are already logged in will be able to see that. Let's enable those two, and then let's go to the design. Now that I have the label, I can see that I have the label settings. Keep in mind that maybe sometimes you will not see what you have selected, and if this happens, maybe choose none and icon again, probably you will see it, or just save and refresh the page in order to see it. Let's do that. Sometimes it happens and you will change some things and you will not be able to see it. Okay, let's go back to the header and let's click here to the account. And last thing that we had is the design for the label form. As you can see, you can change all the settings, the known settings, the label color, the initial and hover, icon color, initial and hover, and then we have the item margin in order to push it away from other elements or from the edge of the website. And of course, we haven't finished yet. We have also the logged in options. So we can change and have other things once the visitor is logged in. And now that I have selected the logged in, and I am also logged in, I can hover over and I will see something different, as you can see, because I have selected to see all of those options. So, general, we have the account action, which is a drop-down, or we can set it again as a link, and it will go into the account page, probably of WooCommerce or something like that. If you don't want, then you can leave it as a drop-down, and here we have some settings like dashboard, user profile, and log out. So this is basically the dashboard, the profile, and the logged out. The user info is the one that is appearing once you hover over, and it says the name, the email, and as you can see, the icon, and then we have the divider, which is directly underneath that. If I click here into the arrow, I will see that I can use the avatar or hide it, and of course I can click that in order to hide the name, the email, and of course the avatar. Then we have the divider. Probably I would like to disable that as well, but I'm not going to. You can just click it to remove it if you want. I'm going to use the plus icon in order to add the user icon again, the user info. And as you can see, the divider has also the clone item, so you can clone that and you can put the divider where you want. So if you need to add another dividers as well, you can do that if you want. So this is how it will look. We have the divider under the user info and under the dashboard as well. Probably I would put the divider somewhere around here in order to separate the logout and make something like that. I think this layout is better. Okay, then we have the dashboard, and as you can see, it's labeled dashboard. Basically, this is the dashboard of the account. We have the profile of the account, and you can change the label to something different. And for the logout, you can change the label of the logout. All of those things are coming from the WordPress itself. If we click here, we can see that we have custom link and content block. So we can add a custom link inside here that we can maybe put it something like a page that we want to add here, like bonus points or something different, and have the label and the link inside here. We can also, as you can see, clone it as many times as we want. We can rearrange it in order to use it into the account dropdown. And next thing, we have also the content block. We can add that as well. And if I click it here, I will see that I have here to create a new content block hook. Let's publish that. And this means that you can create a different layout, a different template, and have it hooked inside here. So if I click here, it will redirect me into the content blocks. Now, I don't think that this is time to talk about content blocks because there are too many things that I would like to say about, and I don't want to change the subject from the header. But basically keep in mind that you can create templates, you can create elements that you can build with your builder, and you can add images, you can add text, you can add titles, you can add whatever you want, and you can show that inside here wherever you want. And of course, we can duplicate that how many times we want, and we can put it directly into here. So if you do have a function that takes dynamically something like points or something different, then you can put and create a content block, basically a template that it will grab those dynamically and show it directly into here. I'm going to close those two because I don't want those at the moment. As you can see, I can change the account image. I have the avatar, which basically grabs what you have set inside your profile of WordPress, or I can change that to an icon and have something different like the one that we have before the user was logged in, or you can change that into none. Then we have the avatar size, we have the label visibility, again to enable the visibility of the label. If you do that, it will say my account, and of course you can change the text that says here. You can change the position again. All of those settings are the same, so we don't need to talk about those. And let's go directly into the design. Here we have the label font, the label color, we have already talked about those, the item margin, then we have the drop-down colors, the drop-down options, font color, background color, and let's change that to black. And if I go and hover over, you will see where it applies. And of course, for the font color, I need to go and put that into white, and probably this white, and maybe leave that as blue so you can see how it looks. Then we can change the divider color to be again like white, and for the shadow if we want, and for the borders, for the border radius if we want to do that as well. And that was all with the account. So 2 elements we just saw, 3 elements, the logo, the account, and the search. And that was all with the video. I don't want to create 2 hours video in order to explain everything. I'm going to break those videos into smaller ones in order to be easier for you to follow along every step. So thanks for watching, guys. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.